Let's talk about one of the wildest and most compelling theories I've been piecing together about Boruto. What if Boruto is Shurbai Otsutsuki, and everything happening now is part of a time loop orchestrated by his future self to save humanity and the universe, as he is the true singularity of fate? Oh well, what we know about Shurbai Otsutsuki. Shurbai Otsutsuki is described as the most powerful Otsutsuki to ever exist. A being who transcended physical form and left behind a corpse that Amato used to create abilities like Ida's omnipotence and Demon's reflection powers. His powers seem limitless, and his name stands out from other Otsutsuki, hinting at a unique origin. But here's the kicker. What if Shurbai's origin isn't like the others because he isn't a traditional Otsutsuki? What if Shurbai is actually Boruto Uzumaki from the future, who ascended to godhood by traveling to the past and setting everything in motion? Without further ado, the Jugen, the key to the plan. The Jugen has been one of the biggest mysteries in the series. We know it allows Boruto to perceive interdimensional rifts and disturbances in time and space, detect chakra and disruptions in the flow of reality. But here's where it gets interesting. The last time we see the Jugen in action so far is during the time travel arc when Boruto and Sasuke are sent to the past to meet young Naruto and Jiraiya. This is a huge clue. The time travel arc subtly foreshadows the Jugen's connection to time manipulation and Boruto's ultimate role in the timeline. Shurbai's plan and the time loop. Shurbai travels to the past. As Boruto evolves and becomes Shurbai, he realizes that humanity and the universe are on the brink of collapse because of the Otsutsuki's destructive cycle. To fix this, he uses his mastery of time-space ninjutsu to travel to the past. Once in the past, he discards his physical body, leaving it for Amato to find. This ensures that his DNA becomes a catalyst for future events, creating individuals like Ida and Demon, whose abilities play critical roles in his plan. 2. Prescience and orchestrating events. After ascending, Shurbai exists outside time and space, using prescience, his ability to foresee multiple possible futures, to subtly manipulate key events. This ensures Boruto grows into the hero the timeline needs without losing his free will. 3. The time loop. The timeline we see now is a result of this loop. Shurbai, future Boruto, sets up the conditions for his younger self to ascend, creating a self-sustaining cycle. The loop isn't about control. It's about refining the timeline until the best possible future is achieved. What about the original timeline? One of the biggest questions with the time loop theory is, what happens to the original timeline when Boruto/Shurbai travels to the past? The answer lies in the bootstrap paradox. The original timeline likely ends in chaos, with Boruto realizing there's no way to save the future without intervention. This prompts his decision to become Shurbai and rewrite history. By traveling to the past, Shurbai rewrites the timeline entirely, creating the loop we're now witnessing. Essentially, the timeline we see now only exists because Boruto becomes Shurbai and goes to the past. Urashiki's cryptic line about Boruto. Remember when Urashiki Otsutsuki tells Tonari, "You might have done something to that woman's child," referring to Boruto? This line takes on a whole new meaning in this context. Tonari's role. Tonari, who clearly knows more than he's letting on, likely influenced Boruto's destiny by awakening the Jugen or amplifying his latent potential. Urashiki recognizes this and sees Boruto as an anomaly in the Otsutsuki's plans, foreshadowing Boruto's importance. Urashiki's disdain for Tonari's interference is another clue that Boruto is the key to breaking the Otsutsuki's cycle. Why Sarada and Sumair are immune to omnipotence. Here's another interesting point. Sarada and Sumair's immunity to Ida's omnipotence makes perfect sense in this theory. If Shurbai, future Boruto, is orchestrating events, he likely ensured that some individuals, those closest to Boruto, would remain unaffected. This serves two purposes. Anchors to reality. Sarada and Sumair act as anchors, reminding Boruto of his humanity and grounding him when everything else falls apart. 2. Preservation of free will. Their immunity symbolizes the importance of free will in Shurbai's plan. They represent the part of humanity that can resist even divine manipulation. How it all connects? Let's tie it all together. Boruto's horn resembling Shirbai's. When Boruto activates his Otsutsuki powers, his horn doesn't resemble Momoshiki's but Shirbai's. This foreshadows his transformation into Shirbai. 2. The Jugen as the bridge. The Jugen's ability to see timelines and portals makes it the perfect tool for navigating the time loop and ensuring Boruto's role in the plan. 3. The time travel arc. The arc with young Naruto and Jiraiya subtly foreshadows Boruto's connection to time manipulation and his eventual role as Shirbai. The fact that this is the last time the Jugen is shown in action further ties it to Boruto's destiny. 4. Urashiki's warning. Urashiki's comment about Tonari hints that Boruto's destiny was shaped long before his birth, aligning him with a cosmic purpose beyond the Otsutsuki's control. What is Shirbai's endgame? Shirbai's ultimate goal is to break the Otsutsuki's cycle. By subtly manipulating events, Shirbai ensures humanity develops the strength to resist the Otsutsuki without relying on divine intervention. 2. Preserve free will. Shirbai doesn't dominate or control, he guides. His actions create conditions where humanity can thrive while retaining its independence. 3. Stabilize the timeline. The time loop ensures the best possible future is achieved, with Boruto as the cornerstone of that future. Conclusion. The theory that Boruto becomes Shirbai and orchestrates a time loop to save the universe ties together so many of the series' mysteries. The Jugen's abilities and significance. Shirbai's unique name and origins. The time travel arc's subtle foreshadowing. Urashiki's cryptic line about Tonari's interference. Sarada and Sumire's immunity to omnipotence. Boruto isn't just a hero. He's the singularity of fate, the one who ensures the survival of humanity while preserving its freedom. What do you think? Could this theory explain Shirbai's plan and Boruto's destiny? Let me know what you think about this. See you later.